Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nusrat Adawiyyah binti Nasaruddin with matrix number 78477. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to measure morphological measurement of a prawn. Now I am going to measure 6 morphometric measurements, which are total length, standard length, body length, abdominal length, carapace length, and rostral length. The first morphometric measurement that I'm going to take is TL, which stands for total length. Total length is taken from the tip of the rostrum to the tip of the tailsin. For this prawn, the total length is 14.5 centimeters. Next, I'm going to take the measurement of standard length. Standard length is taken from the tip of the rostrum to the end of the body. For this prawn, the standard length is 13 centimeters. The next morphometric measurement is BL, which stands for body length. Body length is taken from the beginning of the abdomen to the end of the tailsin. For this prawn, the body length is 9.5 centimeters. Next, we're gonna take the measurement of the abdomen length. Abdomen length is taken from the beginning of the abdomen to the end of the body. For this prawn, the abdomen length is 7.5 centimeters. Next is carapace length. Carapace length is taken from the end of the rostrum to the end of the carapace. For this prawn, the carapace length is 2.5 centimeters. And the last one is rostral length. Rostral length is taken from the tip of the rostrum to the end of the rostrum. For this prawn, the rostral length is 2.5 centimeters. Before undergoing the process of preservation or fixation, the specimens must first be killed. The best method will be letting them gradually chill in ice water. To do this, you need to prepare a large ice box filled with ice and water, and then throw the specimens into the ice water immediately after caught. Do not directly throw them into ice chips or place them in dry bottles into the freezers. This will cause autotomy of specimens due to the shock of freezing. Autotomy is the detachment of body parts. It is also not recommended to use heat and suffocation to kill the specimens. If the specimens cannot be killed properly on site, keep them alive until it can be properly killed. To preserve prawns for molecular work, you need to use preservation technique. Preservation technique is a process that serves to keep the dead body of an organism from decaying, in parts or in whole, presumably to be studied later. For crustaceans like prawns, it is best to use 70 to 80% ethyl alcohol. The preservative solution must be buffered with glycerin or antacid tablet or calcium carbonate. During preservation, alcohol will penetrate into the cuticles to preserve the soft tissue inside the body parts. Generally, specimens are cleaned and dried before preserving. Glass or plastic jars are prepared with suitable sizes. Prepare preservative solution and inject the specimen with the preservative solution for larger specimens. Place the specimen into the jar and pour in preservative solution until everything is submerged into the preservative. It is suggested to use 3 parts of preservative solution to 1 part of specimen. Put on the lid and label them. You may refer to the example and the calculation of it for better understanding. To preserve prawns for museum display, it is best to use fixation technique, which is a process that stabilizing the protein within its tissues such that long afterwards, the tissue will still retain a resemblance of their appearance in real life. For museum sample preservation, it is best to use 37 to 40% formaldehyde to make buffered formalin. Formalin will denature the DNA, but it will prevent autolysis and the degradation of the tissues. For long-term storage, continue to submerge them into 70% ethyl alcohol. Generally, all prawns are cleaned and dry and prepared with a glass jar with suitable sizes. To prepare buffer formalin solution, you need to make 10% formalin first from 37 to 40% formaldehyde. To do so, you need to use 9 parts of distilled water and 1 part of the formaldehyde. Then, 5 grams of sodium bicarbonate is added to buffer the acidity of the formalin solution. Then you will have 100% buffered formalin, which has the pH of 7.5 to 8. It is best to use buffered formalin solution on crustaceans, as crustaceans' exoskeleton are made of calcium carbonate. Then you need to place the prawns into the jar and pour in buffered formalin into the jar until all specimens are immersed in the solution. Close and label the jar. Let it immerse for 24 hours. After 24 hours, the specimens are rinsed with distilled water and transferred into other jar. Fill the jar with 70% ethyl alcohol mixed with 5% glycerol and label the jar with waterproof paper and catalog them.